Okay. Good afternoon, boys. Welcome to your math class. Today in maths, we are going to start our lesson 5. The name of our lesson is 100 grams. It is on page number 8 of your maths learner's book. So hurry up, boys, open your math learner's book and be ready. So in this lesson, our learning objectives are going to be multiples of 100 again, and we are going to revise multiples of 100, and we are going to learn reading scales. So here in this lesson, we are going to discuss about multiples of 10 and reading scales. So these are the multiples of tens: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. These are just for your revisation, boys. I know in the last class we have done multiplication of 10, but I'm revising again and again so that you remember in such a way that you do not forget. Moving on, scales. What are scales? Here are some scales, boys. There are different kinds of scales, analog and digital. There are analogs and digital scales. Like watches, we have digital and analog. You can see different types of scales. This first one is analog, and other which shows only numbers are called digital scales. So here are some of digital scales and 1 and 2 analog scales. Mass used. So here we are going to discuss about grams and kilograms. So when the things are light, we use grams, whereas when the things are so heavy, we use kilograms. Like this, you can see in the picture, rings, calculators, newspapers, these are light. So we are going to measure them in grams, whereas car and bed is heavy. So we are going to measure it in kilograms. So we have these units. Gram is smaller and kilogram is bigger than grams. So the kilograms are heavier than grams. Before moving on to the next, when we are writing grams, we write G. Short form of grams is G, whereas the short form of kilogram is kg. K and G for kilogram, for heavy things. Okay, boys, you can understand this picture. On the scale, the standard scale, there is bananas and their weight is 500 and 500 gram, means 1000 gram. So moving on, next, how much kilogram is watermelon? Watermelon is 4 plus 1 is 5 kilograms. So this means bananas were light. That's why we measured them in grams. If the watermelon is heavier, so we measure it in kilogram. Kg means kilogram. Which is heavy? You can see here the apple is lighter than watermelon, Stone is heavier than a leaf. So you people can easily know which one is heavier. Difference. You can see which one is light and which one is heavy. The feather is light, whereas the sack is heavy. Okay, weights. Here are weights from 100 gram to 100, 110 grams to 100 grams. So you can use 2 tens to make 100 grams. Like yesterday's class, we are going to use 10 plus 90 equals 100, or 30 plus 70 equals 100. 50 plus 50 equals 100 gram. So we are going to use 2 tens to make 100 grams. Understand? So next, moving on to the next slide, grams or kilograms, you can see the needle of the scale. Okay, boys, you can see the needle of the scale. Here are some fruits on the scale. If the needle is on 1, it means 1 kilogram. If the needle is between 0 kg and 1 kg, it is going to be grams. 200 grams, 400 grams, 600 grams, 800 grams. And when it is 1000 grams, it is 1 kilogram. Because, write this, boys, 1000 grams equals 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram equals 1000 grams, not 100, sorry, 1000 grams. So in 1 kilogram, there are 1000 grams. Understand? So here, these apples, or you can say these fruits, are 900. It is less than 1 kg. So what we are going to say, the weight of this scale is 900 grams. See, if you see the picture carefully, you are going to understand that here the needle is on less than 1. So it is going to be 900 grams. Understand, boys? There are a few more examples here. This is another type of scale. Okay, there are different types of scale. When you go in supermarkets to buy grocery or vegetables from supermarket, they have different kinds of scales. The one I'm showing you are analog scales, but they also have the digital ones, which only shows numbers. Okay, so see here, how much is the weight of, or how many weight of 3 apples? See carefully the picture. It is between 6 and 8. So you can say it is 700 grams. How much is the weight of 3 apples? 700 grams. Okay. Here, this one is clear. Use for family. This is also analog scale. And see, where is the needle? It is more than 8 and less than 1000. If it's on 1000, it is 1 kg. It is less than 1000, so it is again 900 100. So it is going to be 900. Understood, boys? This is how we can see. Next time when you go with your parents on supermarket to buy something, especially the fruits or vegetables, see on the scale. If it is like this scale, you can see. If there is digital scale there, the numbers will come. Okay, so you can understand what is the weight. For lighter objects, we use grams. For heavier objects, we use kilograms. So here is a sheet. Read the weight on each of the following scales. So what you have to do, boys, you have to open your notebook and see the picture carefully and find out the grams of